Hi, this is Mindy Buxton, the Body Gym trainer, and this is your shoulder and back workout. Today, all you need is the BodyGym Band. So go ahead and take that bar off. We're gonna do a quick warm up to get our shoulders warm, to get our heart rate up a little bit, and then we have some great exercises to take you through using the band only. So I just have the regular number 2 band. That's what your BodyGym comes with. For smaller muscle groups, we want to stick with that. We don't need to go to the number 3 or the number 4 band. Let's save those for a leg day or just an all back day. So take your bar or your band. Make sure that you have some area around you because we will go down on the floor for a little bit, but pull your BodyGym Band pad down to the end of one handle, and then we're just going to start with some retractions. So you're going to keep your chest open, and you want your shoulder blades squeezing towards each other. That's what's moving the band apart. It's not your hands pulling that band. Like we talk about, we want our ribs knitted towards our pelvis. So we don't want to arch our back like this while we're moving. We want to pull those abdominals in. And relax those shoulders away from the ears. Good. Bring it down. We're going to raise up. I put my arms in the handles just to keep them out of the way. Sometimes they flip all over, so that keeps them from being in your face. Again, when we raise, let's think about that popping the ribs. We want to knit them together. We want to keep our shoulders away from our ears, and we want the back sides of those shoulders working. Good. Let's take it in front, and then just small pull aparts right here. Same thing. Those shoulder blade muscles are just doing the work. It's not your hands. It's a small contraction. They think about coming in towards each other's. Good, a few more here. Nice, well done. Okay, water. If you need a drink, go ahead and take one. Today our timer is going to be 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So we have double the work than our recovery. So you don't get a long recovery. You probably won't feel ready before we go into the next set. But we're going to keep 4 rounds of every exercise, and we're going to start with front raises. So I'll get our timer close by. You're going to want to start with 1 foot on the band pad, and let's just test out and see what your body feels like. Shoulders are small muscle groups. We're just coming up to shoulder height. Make sure you're center on that band. You can hold on to the webbing straps. I like holding on to the handles. It makes me feel like I have something more substantial, but that does make it a little harder. If the number 2 band, if that's too easy, then I want you to step with both feet on the band. That will make it harder. I'm going to use 1 foot, and I'm going to get our timer ready. Let's make sure our volume is up and ready to go. It is. Okay, 3 seconds. Here we go, front raises. Come down just a few inches. You don't want to come down too far to where the band is really lax, so keep a little bit of resistance on it and control coming down. Let's not let that band take over. We're fighting against gravity. Can you lengthen that spine? Make sure you're breathing. You've got this. Nice, good. The first one's already over. Okay, switch your foot if you were standing with 1 foot on only. You've got 10 seconds to prep. Soft knees, that way we can tap into our core, not our joints. Good. Make sure that band pad is even. Both arms should be doing equal work. Can you raise without elevating your shoulders to your ears? Our arms coming up, our spine is nice and long. You're pulling in those abs. You just have 5 seconds. Good job. Recover. We'll go back to that first leg. Get ready. Round number 3. Here we go. Raise and lower. We don't need to go higher than shoulder height. Based on your joint, if you have a smaller range of motion, that's okay. You can also put the band down and just do range of motion if you've had any shoulder injuries. You're less than 10 seconds away. Good. Okay, one last round. And then instead of working the fronts of our shoulders, we're gonna put our focus on the back side. 5 seconds to prepare. Nice long spine, engage those abs. Here we go. Final 40 seconds of front raise. Try to use both arms equally. Barely 5 seconds. Good job. Okay, grab water. That was a quick set to get warm. Small muscle groups, but still a lot of work. All right, exercise number 2. I'm gonna stand this way so you can see my form. We're gonna stand on the band pad with both feet. Let's cross the BodyGym band. We're gonna be hinged over and we're gonna open. This is a reverse fly or a back fly. So that's our move. Get in position. We have 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, and just make sure that your back is nice and straight or that you have a little bit of an arch. Just no rounding or no forward flexion. Keep that spine nice and long even though we're hinged. So get in position. Here comes our 3-second countdown. Here we go. Fly and return. If you need more resistance, step farther apart with those feet. Give yourself resistance with those legs or choke up on the handles. Pull that navel in. Protect that low back. You should feel upper back. Good, recover. All right, I'm gonna face this way so I can see the timer. So rear delts, these muscles are what we're working. That's where I want you to feel it. Set up for round number 2. Here we go. Row or fly and then return. Same thing as with our front raises, with these flies. Don't come all the way together with your hands touching. Keep a little bit of resistance, and then think of taking those elbows back towards each other. Nice flat back. Long spine in this hinged position. Abs are pulled in to protect. 5 seconds. Good, recover. Nice. You're welcome to grab water in between, not just on our set breaks. Use your breath to bring that heart rate down. Let's set up for round 3. Get ready. Here we go. The stronger we get our rear delts, the safer our front shoulders are. We tend to overuse those shoulders in the front. We get impingement. But if we can train the backside, we can avoid those shoulder injuries. 5 seconds. Nice. Okay, only one more round. Whew, thankfully they go by fast, right? Okay, I'm gonna reverse which band was on top for my last 40 seconds. Here we go. Exhale any tension in the neck, in the fronts of the shoulders. Pull in those abdominals. Five seconds. Nice, recover. Great job. Okay, hydrate. We're going into squats with a serving tray. Just a teeny bit of lower body. Even though our focus is upper body today. This is your exercise. Go wide on those legs so you have some good resistance. Bring those arms up to 90 degrees. You should feel your biceps turn on. And we're gonna work fronts of the shoulders by pressing those arms out away from the body. When we squat and when we rise, bring them back in. Okay, let's see your position. You get ready while I get our timer. You know the drill, we have 4 minutes. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Get ready. Here we go. Squat and serving tray. Good, keep those arms at 90 degrees. You're down to 10 seconds. Time, good, recover. Heart rates are gonna be a little higher on this one. Get ready for round 2. Get set. Here we go. Squat. We'll work side shoulders next. More than halfway. Time, good. 2 down, 2 to go. Check your resistance. Do you need more resistance? Go a little wider. If you need less, if you're pulling from your neck, bring those feet in a little closer. So we're letting the shoulders do the work. Fifteen seconds. Time, good. Last round. You've got this. Woo, how's your heart rate? Okay, 5 seconds away from being done with another move. Last round, best round, here we go. Serving tray, chest stays open, butt goes back, weight stays over our heels when we squat. Three seconds. Time. Great job. Okay, drink. Let's let your heart rate drop just a little bit. Lateral raises are next. You're gonna want to have one foot on the band. Let me show you our exercise. I think I'm gonna go back to holding on to the handles. So we're gonna bring our arms up to 90 degrees and then back down. So it's like you have a cup of water and you raise that elbow, you pour it out, you come back. So we're not doing bending and extending. We're just pushing, like think about pushing away from the elbows. You're just driving those elbows up, which helps us work on those lateral delts. So we have pretty sculpted shoulders. Are you ready? We've got 4 rounds here. Let's see your starting position. Lead with those elbows. Keep the knees soft, so we're using our core. We just don't want to dump into those knee joints. We'll feel our back if we do that. Can you lengthen your spine? Can you exhale on the raise? So you're taking tension out of the neck. We don't want any shrugging. We want push those elbows away. Keep a long neck. 3 seconds is all. Good, nice. 1 round down. I'm gonna alternate my foot every set, just like with our front raises. We get so used to our dominant leg standing on the band or being the foot forward. Let's mix it up. Get ready. Here's round 2. Standing fly. Good, how's that neck? Is it relaxed? Is your chest open? Is your spine long? 5 seconds away. Time, good. Okay, we're halfway through these. We just have 2 exercises left once we finish our lateral flies. Okay, get ready. Here we go. If it's getting a little more challenging, bend those knees just a little. Help yourself be able to have full range of motion. If you have any joint pain, honor where your body needs to be. If that's a little shy of 90, listen to your joint. Those muscles should be fatigued. They should be feeling tired, but you shouldn't have sharp shoulder pain. Modify what you're doing if you ever feel joint pain, no matter where it is in the body. Time, good. Final round. Bring that heart rate down with your breath. Get ready for your final set of lateral raises. Here we go. Long spine. You're over halfway. Exhale, tension in the neck. Have the shoulders do the work. You're down to 5 seconds. Good job. Okay, I'm grabbing a drink with you this time. Let me clear our timer. Hydrate. We have a combo move next. This is one of my favorites. Okay, we'll go back to starting foot on the band. One arm is gonna come straight forward, and then the other arm is going to be in a lateral raise. So you're doing a front raise and a lateral raise, and then you're just gonna alternate. Back and forth. So, decide if you want 2 feet. I'm probably gonna keep one so I can get that full range of motion without recruiting and using my neck to do that side raise. That is harder for me. And so I think I'm gonna start with just my right foot on. So get in position. You've got 3 seconds to count it down. Here we go, one arm forward and then alternate. Keep that arm at 90 degrees. We don't want to be flying up past our ears. Use your core. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, tension in the neck. Nice and controlled. You're down to 5 seconds is all. Good. Okay, other foot. I might try 2. I'm gonna see what it feels like and what it looks like. You're doing so good. We have one last exercise once we get through these 3 rounds. The end is near. Good, here we go. Raise. Good. Our goal is towards 90, just not above it. Ten seconds is all you have. Exhale, tension. Good job. Woo, we are halfway through those. They're getting a little spicy. Those shoulders have worked hard for you for over 20 minutes. All right, get in position. Here we go. Fly or side raise and a front raise. We alternate. Try to keep that neck relaxed. It likes to be helpful when we don't want it to work. It likes to do our shoulder work for us. Sometimes it likes to do our ab work for us. We're almost there. Can you go one more? Good, recover. Final round. We have long levers, so it's hard. It's hard on those little small shoulder joints. You only have 40 seconds and you're done with these. Here we go. We're gonna finish with back. Do your best to keep that posture nice and long. Exhale any neck tension. Abs are pulled in toward your spine. Five seconds to finish. Good job. Oh, those are not easy. Okay, water break. I'm gonna bring our timer down to the floor. Join me on the floor. You can face forward. I'm going on a diagonal so you can see my range of motion. Our feet are on the band pad. I'm going wide so I have plenty of resistance. You're gonna cross the band just like we did for our bent over flies. Your palms are gonna face up and we're going to row with a reverse grip. So we're working our back muscles. Those shoulder blades should be coming in towards each other. I want your posture tall. There's no sinking back. Sit right straight up on those sit bones. 4 minutes and you're done with your workout. Get ready. Here we go. Row. If you need to choke up even more on your band, you can have those handles around the arms, like with our warm-up, to keep them out of your way. Can you grow 1 inch taller? Can you relax the neck while you stay nice and long in that spine? Can you feel that mid-back? 3 seconds, you're so close to being done with this first round. Good, nice. Okay, I'm gonna let those bands go through my wrists so they're out of the way. I'm gonna choke up to give me a little bit more resistance. It was challenging, but I feel like I could have gone another 20 seconds. So if you feel like that, give yourself more resistance. There we go. This is gonna get nice and fun at the end of our 40 seconds. If we don't keep challenging ourselves, then we're not gonna see progress with our strength, with our inch loss. So make sure you're progressing and adding as much resistance as you need to make those last few reps very challenging but doable. Time, good. We want to hit our 40-second goal. So if you can't do that, you're too heavy. But if you feel like you could go past that 40 seconds, you need to give yourself a little more resistance. We're down to our last 2 sets. Let's see a tall spine. Lift the chest. Good, tuck that chin slightly so that neck is long. You're growing from the crown of your head. You're exhaling on the pull. Anytime we have a move, the hard part is where you exhale. Use that breath to help you lift. Five seconds. Time, good. One last round. Tall posture. Relax those shoulders before we get started. Here we go. Last 40 seconds. Make them your best. Can you go 1 inch taller? Can you keep those shoulders away from the ears? Can you really feel those back muscles coming in towards each other? 10 seconds. Great job today. Well done. Okay, that was effective. Back and shoulders, you'll be feeling those tomorrow. So make sure you get your 8,000 to 10,000 steps today. At least 2 strength training workouts this week, and I will see you at your next workout.